Emergency housing alert. Listen up. China just lifted their travel restrictions. How does that affect U.S. housing, foreign buyers, and how can you, as an investor, take advantage of what's happening from China, all the travel lifting, to profit from what's going to happen in the real estate market? I'm going to give you guys multiple ways to be able to go out and strategically position yourself to retain cash buyers as the market in real estate changes due to foreign purchasers. Hi everybody, my name is Jerome Maldonado, and we've been investing and developing real estate for over 26 years. Now listen, one of the biggest things in the market right now is high interest rates and inflation. And most U.S. buyers right now are sitting back, halting purchases and investments, which is caving in our U.S. real estate market, and investors are seeking opportunity to be able to go out and generate capital through the means of real estate investing. Now, I've been telling people that market compressions are perfect because it's a perfect time to buy real estate and retain it for long-term profits. But for those of you guys who need to sell real estate and offload some homes, especially in the Texas market being one of the #1 market for foreign buyers of interest right now, there is something happening right now on a foreign website called Juwai. Juwai is like the Zillow of Asia. And so home searches on Juwai have just spiked over 60%. 1/3 of that is from U.S. residential home sellers. And so what's happening is you, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. You, as an investor or a builder, you can go out and list your properties on the Asian Zillow, and you can go out and profit from a cash buyer coming in from Asia. Now, how do we know this is happening? How do we know that this is the next trend for you to sell your properties? And I'm going to share with you guys a story about 2008. Before I conclude all of the statistical value of what I'm going to tell you guys right now, I want to share with you guys something that happened in Phoenix in 2008. When I was in Phoenix in 2008, I remember going in 2009. It was April of 2009, I started going in and buying single-family residential homes sight unseen. We were picking up homes that were selling for just under $300,000, any place between $279,000 and $310,000. But we weren't picking them up for $279,000 to $310,000. We were picking up these homes from anywhere between $60,000 and $80,000 sight unseen. These are homes that were brand new tract and development homes like D.R. Horton Homes, Lennar Homes, LGI Homes, all the big tract builders in the median home space. We were going in and picking up these homes sight unseen because we could rent them for a profit because they were so inexpensive that they were profitable. But within 12 months of us buying, what happened was the Canadian influx and the Asian influx of investment capital that came into these areas. Once people were aware that these areas were prime markets to buy, it became a buyer's frenzy again, and we started driving prices back up because we were competing with not only Asian buyers, but Canadian buyers. Now, one thing to understand is that foreign money, the #1 buyer of U.S. real estate has always been China. But because of the travel restrictions and everything that's happened through the pandemic in China, they are now in 3rd place behind Canadian buyers being #1. Hence, what happened in Phoenix with Canadian buyers and investors back in 2009, 10, 11, and 12. Until we went into the market, and then HUD came in and said, no more investment buyers. We need single-family home buyers to come in first. And then if we can't find a single-family home buyer for these foreclosed properties, then we'll open it up to an investor to be able to purchase as a secondary or home or investment property. So what I'm telling you right now is that not to decline on your investment searches, because if you do, with what's happening now, you will miss the boat on a financial opportunity to pick up real estate at a discounted price. And so more important than anything, ladies and gentlemen, is that as the market shifts, people will seek out financial opportunity. And I'll tell you that some of the most sophisticated investors and buyers are the Chinese investors and the Canadian investors. Now, we have a huge influx of Mexican buyers, Mexico being the number 2 country that is now investing in the US market, just followed slightly behind China and India. I would bargain to say that based on the information that I picked up from CNBC, that China will end up now becoming the number 1 volume buyer. Now, in spite of them being number 3 on the list as a volume buyer, China right now, ladies and gentlemen, Chinese purchasers are the number 1 buyer in regards to money volume. So they are buying bigger homes, more expensive prices, and not only are they buying them as investment properties, what's ironic right now, according to statistics, is that this influx of US purchasing, they're coming in, they're the number 1 cash buyer of US real estate, even over US American people that are buying real estate right now, they're coming in with cash, which means that mortgage rates mean absolutely nothing to them. It doesn't matter about mortgage rates, they're buying cash. And right now, they understand that it's the right time to buy because there's a compression in the market and they are negotiating masters. They will come in here and negotiate the best price for your real estate. So ladies and gentlemen, number one, position yourself to offload and sell your investment properties to cash Chinese buyers. And yes, you can pay a subscription fee and you can list your US home on Juwai and sell it just like you would on realtor.com, on Zillow, or any other multiple listing site across the United States, and you can attract Asian buyers. So if you have a realtor, you're working with a realtor to sell your home, advise to them to list your home on these third-party sites because these, ladies and gentlemen, are your cash buyers. Now, for those of you guys who follow our content and are part of our inner circle and are buying land and building houses, one of the largest things that the biggest things that I've been talking about right now is to pay attention to cash buyers. Here's your demographics, ladies and gentlemen. I always tell people, the sweet spot does not exist in single-family entry-level homes because that's the market that gets crushed first. Because if there's a variance of only $200 per month in those people's paycheck every month, it affects over 74% of the US population. So I tell people, focus on the 24% demographic that services the upper middle class, the more affluent, not the ultra wealthy. Just those people making strong 6-figure incomes, good high upper median buyers, those are the people that you focus on. In 2008, 2009, 2011, 2012 is when it broke when we moved into 2013. But for 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, it took us 4 years. Most of our sales came to the more affluent cash buyers than we had ever seen in the market. And you're going to see the exact same trend happening right now. And since travel restrictions have lifted in Asia, that should be your primary focus of selling your single family homes. And the number 1 market for them to buy right now is the Houston and Austin market. They love Texas, but they're buying everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just one unspoken about sector of buyers in the real estate market that as we move into spring may have the potential to actually stimulate our US sales in single family residential homes as we move into the most prime time to sell real estate. Strategically position yourself to win financially. Click below and join the movement. If you'd like to work with our team, we'd be happy to work with you and show you exactly how to stay unbreakable and recession-proof.